Hello!
Well, hello. What are you doing here?
Where are you?
Right now, I'm in Centennial, Wyoming, west of Laramie, which is west of Cheyenne. So right now we're approximately 75 miles, I think, west on Highway 130, headed into the snowy range, of which I'm not familiar with at all. It's pretty close to Cheyenne, but I've just never, well, I don't own a snowmobile and stuff, so to come over into the snowy range, besides that, man, I was over here one time 50 years ago, and the mosquitoes just, my whole family, there was 20 of us, and I'm not kidding. You couldn't breathe. The mosquitoes were up your nose, in your eyes, in your mouth, down your throat, biting you. The kids were crying. It was finally, by 11 o'clock or so the next morning, we got here in the afternoon. By 11 o'clock next morning, everybody was sitting in the cars. Like dogs waiting to leave.
I guess they went to an estate sale like I went to.
Yes.
Look what I got for you.
Oh, you got, a cast aluminum or pewter. That might be pewter. That knife might actually be, my gosh, that knife could actually be 75, 80 years old.
I spent a lot on it, Brad.
Well, oh my God, you spent 100 cents?
They charged me 100?
They charged you 100 cents? All right, well, you know what?
Can you make it sharp?
I can make it sharp. If you made a little sheath for it, that'd be a nice little knife. That's probably might be stainless. I'd have to stick a magnet to it because it could just be polished 1095 high carbon.
Dr. Brad, paging Dr. Brad.
Paging Dr. Brad, paging Dr. Brad. So let's use this one. Okay, Sharp Spark Mini, Sharp and Spark Mini. So we have Spark, okay. I use the hard, sharp tungsten carbide corners. Scrape it along the ferrocerium rod, make your sparks. We have a bottle opener. We have something to actually make a knife with, profile a blade, or make a knife out of a hacksaw blade. So I kind of have to make a knife out of this one because it's that dull.
Paper test.
All right, so let's do a paper test. Oops. All right, we'll do that. And we're actually not going to tear the whole page out. Jeez, isn't that not genius?
It's unlike you.
It is not. I usually just tear them out and throw it away, kind of wasteful. So we're going to bring the sharpener over to the edge like this, and my fingers, my hands kind of against the table to steady it. My thumb is down here like that. Now the sharpener is pretty rigid like this. So the knife is going to drop off the table away like that, off and away like that. And so what I'm going to do is I don't push very hard. I'm only using about, 5 or 6 ounces of pressure right now. I can do it faster if I want to just rip some metal off of that blade because the tungsten carbide cross fees will do it pretty easy. Well, we'll get you later. All right, so just like this. And boy, that little cool breeze feels really good. So just like this, you'll actually feel when the knife is conforming all the way from the hilt, to the point. All right, now this is really actually kind of funny. I got to tell on me, this is stupid. All right, knives, like that, drop point and everything. Oh my God, this knife is actually flat on the bottom. So I'm sitting here talking, not paying attention, and the actual cutting edge is on that side, not that side. All right, so we don't rehearse this idiocy, sheer lunacy sometimes.
I have no doubt you'd make that backside sharp, though. You're still doing it. Oh, no, you're not. I see.
No.
Okay, it's the shape of the blade. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm with you now.
All right, so anyway, we're just going to do this, and I'm going to reprofile the cutting edge on that knife. So just like this, don't press too hard. Let it work, don't make it work, just like that. It is kind of soft, so it's probably polished steel. I'm not sure it's stainless steel unless it's really a soft stainless steel. All right, so let's see. All right, that's better. I'll get my subject here that ran away. I don't blame it. I wouldn't want to be cut either. So let's see what we got now. Oh my God, that is so different.
That's a tremendous difference.
That is tremendous. All right, so let's do just a little more like this.
You didn't even use your honer.
Not yet.
Oh, wow.
You know, and then I just get lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. And if you touch it with, I don't know, 1/8 of an ounce, 1/16 of an ounce of pressure, that is like a honer, okay? If you just touch it lighter until you just can't touch any lighter. And I have been finding, yes, it is a little hard on the blades and stuff, but I've got knives that I've been doing this to for 15 years. And you can't really see any difference in the blade, how much it's been eaten down or anything else. So quite frankly, if you can do that every weekend at a gun show and you can demo the V-notch, okay, on a knife, the same 20 knives, 15 knives, something like that. I probably only demo about 9 of my knives. And you can actually demo that same group of 9 knives every weekend for 15 years. Believe me, you're not going to just trash your knife unless you're stupid and you just press too hard. Okay, don't do that. All right, so let's see. That's actually pretty smooth. So let's hone the blade just a little bit. So when I hone it, what I'm doing is I'm using an outside corner. There's one, and there's one. They're just 90-degree corners. Take a board, lay it down, run it through a table saw, stand it up, and then have a 90-degree corner, 90-degree corner there, unless you've angled the table saw blade. Okay, you got to cover all bases because people come back with all kinds of stuff. All right, so just like this, and it looks like this on your side. Okay, the corner of the cutting edge. So this is on that side. This corner, cutting edge, is on my side. So we touch it like this on the going away side, set it down back here by the hilt, and slide it out at about a 10-degree bevel, which is down somewhere in here. It's very slight, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exactly 10 degrees. If you're 9 to 13 degrees, 9 to 12 degrees, you're going to come out with a sharp knife and you're going to be happy with it. So just like this, then just like this, I'm going to set it down and work on the point just a little bit like that. Because I was specially working on the point earlier while I was running it through the V-notch, that helps a lot. So just like that, it looks like I'm not doing anything. And then we're going to touch it as light. Not right now, I'm just holding the sharpener so it doesn't fall out of my fingers. Just like that. Flip it, 10 degrees, 10 degrees, 10 degrees, 10 degrees, or as close as you can, not horribly important, okay? And you end up with a knife like that didn't really do anything. It was more like a saw. And yes, we got to pick up paper. And if we can keep teasing it along, come out here. Okay, that needs to be worked on just a little bit more out there. So let's hurry and work on it out there, just like this. Don't press too hard because it'll grab and jerk and stick and jump, and next thing you know, you got a screwed up blade. So just like this, both sides at the same time, 10 degrees, 11 degrees, something like that. You know, I have a challenge actually sitting on the table right now from a young man in Las Vegas. And he claims that he thinks these Cross V carbides are not 10 degrees on each side. And I don't really know because I've never actually measured to see. That's what I was told by the guy who actually had them made. Now I do have some sharpeners being made in North Carolina right now.
Woo-hoo!
Oh yeah. And anyway, it's I've already got the demos, you know, the samples for me. So all I really have to do is pull up the drawing on my email and look, because it's all on there, and take a look and see what the angle is, you know, and so then I'll actually know, because the long handles that are made in North Carolina are identical to this, okay? And so that way I'll really actually know. It just dawned on me, all I got to do is go to the blueprint for the mold and look at it, and then I'll know. Okay. All right, so let's see.
This is it.
Ooh, that took it right off. That's actually pretty sharp. So now we'll do this for just a few seconds. I don't care where I am, it's with me. I can go out, I can go anywhere. I can be in the snow, I can be up on a mountain, I can be in a building, I can be on the beach, I can be at home, I
be
can
in
be
Centennial,
in the garage.
at the
Yeah, I can be in
Bare Bottoms
Centennial, Wyoming.
bar.
You know, yeah. And my sharpener just goes right in my pocket. It has the fire starter on it. It has the V-notch, the open face. There are so many things that I can do with my sharpener that other people cannot do with their sharpeners. That's all there is to it, you know. Okay, there you go. You know, it's like, okay, you own a half-ton pickup. That's really good, but we need to haul 5 tons of rock. Okay, well, you're going to have to go get a bigger truck. That's all there is to it, you know.
Sweet.
Although this is absolute truth. I used to have a 1974 Chevy heavy half, and I pulled out of the gravel yard with it with 4,200 pounds on a heavy half with 8-ply tires, and you couldn't tell there was any weight on the pickup. But that's a Chevy. Don't try that with Fords and Dodges. And it was a 1974. Okay. So anyway, that is plenty sharp. And if you're a bar owner and this is your bar knife for vegetables and olives and pickles and things, you end up with a knife that actually cuts like that.
And that knife will be live at your table now.
It will, and that's Friday and Saturday at the Coyote Howl, and that's at the sporting goods store. And so Friday and Saturday, come over and see me at the Saratoga Hot Springs.
Or pick one up where, Brad?
Oh, sharpensbest.com, of course.
Nice.
Later.